Once there lived a young boy who had everything a child could wish for. His parents loved him deeply. His teachers believed in him. He lived in comfort and safety. Yet, despite all this, the boy had one dangerous habit. He always delayed things. When his mother asked him to clean his room, he would say, "I will do it later." When his teacher gave him homework, he thought, "There's still enough time." When his friends suggested extra classes, he replied, "Maybe next time." Days turned into months, and months into years. While his classmates learned new skills, worked harder, and moved forward, the boy stayed exactly where he was. He was like a tree that refused to grow while the entire forest around it flourished. When his exams finally came, he failed badly. The failure broke him from within. He became withdrawn and spent his days sitting alone in dark rooms, replaying his mistakes again and again. His family grew deeply worried seeing his condition. One day, confused and frustrated, he left his home and walked into a nearby forest. He sat quietly by the bank of a river, lost in thoughts. Suddenly, he noticed smoke rising behind a tree. Curious, he went closer. There he saw a monk sitting in deep meditation with food cooking nearby. The boy bowed respectfully. When the monk opened his eyes, he gently asked, "Who are you, my friend, and why do you look so troubled?" The boy shared his entire story, his habit of delay, his wasted years, and his failure. The monk listened silently. Then he nodded and said, "Let me tell you a story. Maybe this story can help you understand." Once, in a small village near a river, there lived a poor fisherman. Every morning before sunrise, he walked through the river with his net. This had been his routine for many years. One unusually dark morning, the sky was covered with thick clouds. There was no moon and no stars. As he walked along the familiar path, his foot stuck something on the ground. He bent down and picked up a small cloth sack. It felt heavy, as if filled with stones. Thinking it belonged to a child, he carried it with him to the riverbank. He sat near the water and waited for the sun to rise. The river could not be seen, but its gentle sound filled the silence. To pass the time, he opened the sack and took out a stone. It felt smooth and cool in his hand. Without much thought, he threw it into the river. The sound felt strangely calming. He threw another stone, then another. Each sound brought him a quiet sense of peace. As he continued throwing the stones, his mind drifted to his life, his struggles, worries, and unanswered questions. Slowly, the sky began to change. The darkness began to fade, and the river gradually came into view. He reached into the sack again. Only one stone was remained. As he lifted it to throw into the river, the first ray of sunlight touched the stone, and the stone suddenly sparkled. His heart froze. It was not a stone. It was a diamond. Shaken, he turned the sack upside down. It was empty. In the darkness, he had thrown all the diamonds into the river. He fell to his knees by the riverbank, staring at the flowing water. He had lost a fortune that could change his life. 4 hours he sat there, cursing his ignorance. Then a thought of wisdom rose in his mind. Looking at the single diamond still in his hand, he whispered to himself, "At least I have left one. This one diamond is still precious. If used wisely, it can change my life." With acceptance and wisdom in his heart, he returned to his home. The monk looked into the boy's eyes and said, "You see, my friend, we all carry a sack full of diamonds. It is time. Every moment of our life is priceless, but in the darkness of ignorance, we throw them away like ordinary stones. Your life is no different from that fisherman. You also threw away time thinking it is worthless. But now you can't go back and change it. But just like the fisherman still had one diamond left, you also still have time. If you use it wisely, you can still rebuild your life. Remember this always. Time is precious like diamonds. If you wasted it in the past, then stop now and do not waste what you still have. If you believe this story deserves to reach more hearts, please don't forget to like and share this video. Subscribe to our channel and stay connected with us. I'll be back soon with another inspiring story. Until then, be patient, stay grateful for what you have, and keep moving forward in life.